right, number 9, we wanted to learn more about wombats, and boy, we are not disappointed.
All right.
Wombats have tough, cartilage-covered butts that protect them from predators when they block their burrows. Check this out from Eagle Nebula.
As a wombat's butt is mostly made of thick cartilage, which is tough and hard for predators to scratch or bite. If a predator tries to follow it into the den, the wombat will use its butt to crush the predator. This way, the wombat can even kill the predator by twerking it to death.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Look at, are you kidding me?
I think we've been bamboozled.
Yeah.
Look at those things. Wow.
So is that a joke?
Yeah, I think it
The
was
whole
a
thing
joke.
was a
but
joke?
I do think they have a hard behind, but
Yeah, that must affect things.
Yeah,
wow, that was good though.
it was. I'd say we stop right now.
Yeah.
This show's not getting better than
Wow.
All right, number 8. Here's a canned food that used to be on store shelves, but you might have skipped right past it if you weren't looking for it. Nutina was a peanut-based plant loaf designed to mimic the texture of meat. It was made in the 60s by a food company owned by the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Nutina could be cooked or served right out of the can, and you could cut it up into slices or use it as a spread on crackers. Over time, more companies have introduced plant-based and vegetarian food options, and sadly, Nutina fell out of favor and was discontinued in 2005.
Oh, boy.
You're all nuts.
Number 7, it's got 1960s vibe for the 21st century. It's the new Volkswagen ID. Ooh. It's not going on sale yet here in the U.S., but people are ready. The second row of seats folds down to a bed, and fans are already coming up with other ways to convert the electric car into a camping lover's paradise. A company called Peace Vans is selling new kits with stuff like a kitchenette with added storage, so people are buying the kits, waiting to get the car so they can install the kits in the car. The van arrives in the States later this year. It's like the old VW bus, but upgraded. What do you know?
All right, number 6, believe it or not, I didn't watch a ton of Miami Vice in the 80s, but they sure did have a lot of celebrity cameos in that show. Here's a look.
Paul, can you name that guy?
Phil.
Did you hear
You
about
knew
the
that one?
Revere bust a couple of days ago?
This is
Yeah, I vaguely recall
Andre the
something
Giant?
about the
Gene Simmons.
nasty little soiree in the Everglades. Not exactly
He
something
does look
one
like
can hide
Andre
in
the
one's glove
Giant, though,
compartment now, is
but a
it?
smaller version.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's going to tell Rosella when he does.
Nope, no idea there.
Oh, it's Miles
Still
Davis.
concerned
No
about what
kidding.
she's going to tell him.
Huh.
Watch that big cabin cruise.
We're taking it at both ends, and it's hurting.
If you got a problem with a supplier,
I know this guy, but I don't know his name.
Isaac
maybe you
Hayes?
should change
Oh,
suppliers.
it's Isaac Hayes?
What's
I
your
thought it was
game,
somebody else.
Pearson?
What the hell are you doing in my room?
I'm
that
trying
really
to
Nelson?
survive.
You want to talk about surviving, you ought to wear one of these for a while.
He hasn't changed.
I don't know what you're doing.
James Brown.
There are a lot of friends I have of female persuasion. I don't recommend it.
Lonnie Akers was an Astrolife charter member.
Chris Rock. Wow. Hey, a lot of people there.
Number 5, let's talk about the giant kitchen island. It's the epitome of luxury and the centerpiece of the home. Well, we're starting to see a shift in the trend. Design experts are using long dining tables with chairs or bench seating where the island would be. It's a way to bring back the traditional family dinner table. When you're not eating on it, you can use the table for prep work or to set out food the way you would use an island.
So it's just chairs at the island.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
So, how that's different.
Number 4, it's time for a game called Would You Do This? Would you go canoeing across the Pontcysyllte Aqueduct in Wales? It was built in 1805 and is considered a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can take a canoe across, but the waterway is narrow, and if you do this, don't look down. It's got a 126-foot drop on either side So not really for the faint of heart.
Sheesh, look at that. Doesn't seem real structurally sound, but it's been there a lot of years, huh? All right.
Anyway.
Number 3, if you think this bird looks intimidating, it's because this bird is intimidating. This is the bearded vulture, also known as the bone-eating vulture.
Oh, boy.
It's a scavenger feeding mostly on the remains of dead animals. 85 to 90% of its diet is bones, including bone marrow. The bird can swallow whole or bite through brittle bones up to the size of a lamb's femur.
Wow.
Boy, that's a specific thing.
yes,
What's
yeah,
a lamb's
yeah.
femur?
It's a delicacy.
If a bone's too big, the bearded vulture has a solution. It carries the bone and flies to a higher altitude before dropping the bone to the earth below to smash it
that's a
and
good idea.
break it
Smart.
into pieces.
Yeah.
Also, that releases more of that bone marrow that they crave. Bearded vultures can fly with bones nearly equal to their own weight, which can be up to 8.8 pounds.
Wow. All right, number 2. Here's another thing we probably don't need, but thanks anyway to Kazuo Shibata for another amazing, marginally useful invention.
こんにちは、和江柴田です。仰向けでスマホを使っていると顔を見落としてしまうことありますよね。そんな時にご紹介するのが顔面スマホシールド。使い方はとても簡単。装置に頭をセットしたら、あとはスマホを落とすだけ。スマホが落下した瞬間に顔面をシールドが開きます。
That could save
これで安心してスマホを使うことが
a lot
で
of
きますね。
lives.
How about
Great.
that?
顔面スマホシールド
Mother's
の
Day is
ご
right
紹
around
介
the
です。
corner, if I'm not mistaken. That'd be great.
That's good. Number 1, this is a follow on Instagram or TikTok that everyone would like. It's a guy named Cale Brown. He's actually an amazing kite surfer and cyclist, but his dancing is what a lot of people love. In these clips, he plays every part and uses some great editing to pull it off.
How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Tell me. How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance?
That's all him?
By standing on the wall. Get your back
Oh, I
up
just
off
noticed
the wall.
that.
I heard all the people saying, get down on it.
I just thought he had a lot of friends who were good dancers.
Can't believe anything you see
How,
now.
right?
Get down on it.
Come on.
He doesn't have any friends who can dance.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Get on it. This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and bust her out. I had to leave real early.
Boy, it's got to take him a long time
Oh
to
my
do that.
gosh,
Glad
right?
we're showing this
Or
video.
spend some time and rock around. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right, on time, it's tricky. It's tricky.
I hope he's making a lot of money off.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh,
he
wait.
Oh, wait a minute. We
More.
got some Hall & Oates going on here.
That's a question.
What I want, you got. Like a flame that burns a candle. The candle feeds the flame. Yeah, what I got, full stock of thoughts and dreams.
It's a good outfit idea for you guys, really.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to see any of us in pants that tight, Robin, to be honest.
That is the 9 at 9.
He can dance.
You run, look how fast he was.
It's just 9 at 9.
All right.